666.
Yella number 2, Netflix has previewed a selection of upcoming films and shows aimed at the Arab world and hailing from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, the UAE, Egypt, and Jordan. The global platform has been steadily making inroads into the Middle East and North Africa since 2015 in the face of fierce competition from local players such as MBC's Shahid VIP and Stars Play. The new productions, mainly due to launch in 2023, include a Saudi Arabian feature, Al-Khalat Plus, a satirical suspense film based on the hit online show Al-Khalat, which was first released in 2017 and received more than 1.5 billion views across YouTube and social media. Whoa, cool.
1.5 billion, that's a big one.
Mm.
Yeah, this is, the first your one big thing was Riyadh season, which we pointed out was introduced in 2019, and it's fun to see it now. The third season gets bigger and bigger and more attractive, and now Saudis are accustomed to it. I mean, this Netflix Telfaz 11 agreement was signed in November 2020, so just under 2 years ago, and here they are. The agreement at that time was 8 new films, and they're coming out with a couple now, because they also announced a second Telfaz 11 feature, The Matchmaker. Billed as a psychological thriller film with a supernatural slant. The film is set against the backdrop of the rocky desert landscape of the World Heritage Site of Al Ula. So that's pretty cool. I mean, 2020, you sign it, and now you've got a Netflix, a couple Netflix shows coming out. One of them, shot in Al Ula. It's just this is how progress is achieved. You just keep moving forward, and you set things in motion, and then you start seeing results.
Yeah, and hopefully you discover a larger audience outside of the region with these films getting into English subtitles. I know that was big for Latin American films in the last decade or so, even more than that, obviously. But like one of Netflix's biggest shows is Narcos, and it's completely in Spanish, which is interesting, or primarily in Spanish. So very, very interesting stuff.
I want to add on this a little addendum on Netflix, as Netflix and Saudi-based SPT, which is Studio Production Training, have teamed up to launch what's called Below the Line KSA, which is a development program that will help train and upskill 15 young talents in Saudi Arabia on set training and workshops focused in the art department and production roles. A big, one of the things we've tried to talk about on this show is that it's encouraging to see Saudi Arabia, when they look at something, they're just not going, okay, we want a relationship, we want to do a film with Netflix, or we want NBC does this or that. We want to build a whole ecosystem. And part of that is training young Saudis, so you can actually come to Al Ula and film with Saudi talent, all the way from a grip to a videographer to all the technical aspects, set design, and this sort of thing. So it's interesting to see they're trying to backfill not only from the marquee stuff, but all the way down to the operational implementation stuff. That's quite informative, but you understand what I'm saying. They're trying to make it a whole ecosystem, because also inevitably, this kind of getting into this sector is not only there's a showcase part of it, and there's the satisfaction of seeing something that has Saudi creativity out to the world, but it's also, we need to create jobs too. We want to see it create jobs and build technical capabilities and skills within our citizens. So anyway, it's a nice up and down sort of approach.
Yeah, and Netflix sees a huge market in the region. That's why they're doing this and why they're making the investments, which is very cool.